Puan-puan yang dihormati, acara diteruskan dengan sesi perkongsian mengikut track. Untuk makluman tuan-puan, dua sesi perkongsian akan berjalan serentak iaitu di Hall 1 dan Hall 2. Sesi ini akan berlangsung mulai sekarang selama 30 minit. Pemudacara bagi sesi perkongsian di hall ialah Encik Mohamaddiah. Beliau merupakan Timbalan Ketua Pegawai Teknologi Maklumat Kanan Jabatan Infrastruktur UiTM Shah Alam. Manakala pemudacara bagi sesi perkongsian di Hall 2 pula ialah Encik Syamsuddin Muzammil. Beliau merupakan Timbalan Ketua Pegawai Teknologi Maklumat Jabatan Infrastruktur UiTM Shah Alam. Selamat datang diucapkan kepada kedua-dua pemudacara kita pada pagi ini. Tuan-puan boleh memilih untuk mengikuti sesi perkongsian mengikut bidang dan kecenderungan tuan-puan. Tuan-puan perlu kekal di pautan Zoom ini untuk mengikuti program di Hall 1. Manakala untuk ke Hall 2, tuan-puan perlu menekan butang lift, kemudian ke lobi dan pilih ke Hall 2. Selamat menyertai sesi perkongsian yang bermanfaat yang telah disediakan. Untuk itu, saya serahkan sesi seterusnya kepada pemudacara. Dipersilakan.
Terima kasih Puan Nozalina, Puan Pengerusi Majlis. Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera diucapkan kepada semua peserta yang telah bersedia sekarang ya di Hall 1. Sebagaimana yang telah dimaklumkan oleh Puan Pengerusi Majlis tadi, kita ada seorang pakar ya yang akan bercakap dalam topik digital transformation in education industry, advantages and challenges. Kita punya speaker hari ini adalah Encik Cedric dari Google Cloud Malaysia. Jadi sebelum kita mendengar talk daripada beliau, jadi izinkan saya membaca profil beliau terlebih dahulu tapi dalam bahasa Inggeris ya. Okay, Mr. Cedric Young, a PJ guy, origin from Petaling Jaya, graduated from Swinburne University of Technology, Melbourne University, Australia, in Information System. He is currently as an education lead for Google Cloud Malaysia and managing Southeast Asia emerging countries. He joined Google Cloud in March 2021 and is responsible for education business for private and public education. Prior to Google, Cedric also had worked at Hewlett Packard as the territory manager. At HP, he provides a driving edge to cloud solution with edge services platform for private education, private healthcare, local conglomerates, and telco. Before HP, Cedric was at Cisco Malaysia as sales manager, driving public sector business, working with government agencies and local state government to address cyber security risks and accelerate digital transformation journey. But before that, please note that at the end of the session, we will have a pop quiz and prizes will be given. So please pay attention to this session. All the answers are in this session. So there are prizes to be given to you all for the participant in this hall, Hall 1. So please pay attention. So without further ado, with the title Google Cloud's Learning Platform, Reinventing the Next Generation Learning Experience, I would like to invite Mr. Cedric Young. Mr. Cedric, you ready? Yeah. So yes, to present his talk, over to you, Mr. Cedric.
All right. Thank you, Adrian. I will just give me a second for me to. All right. Very good morning to everyone. Just before I start, just want to make sure that you are able to look at my slide.
Yes, we can view your slide.
All right. Okay. So thank you very much for inviting me. So tuan-tuan dan puan-puan sekalian, selamat pagi and salam sejahtera. My name is Cedric Young. I'm the education lead for Google Cloud Malaysia. And again, thank you for inviting me to speak about the digital transformation in education industry, the advantages and challenges. So today, I would like to take you through some observations about the challenges as well as the opportunities that technology brings to education, with a particular emphasis on the changes that COVID has catalyzed. Education is in a time of unforeseen complexity, right? I think COVID-19 has resulted in schools shut across the world, and at its peak, over 1.2 billion children globally were out of the classroom. So this disruption has caused teachers and students to reinvent the way they teach and learn to adapt to the situation. We are living an unprecedented, rapidly changing job market, and we all need to upskill and reskill ourselves to quickly adapt to it. This is one of the reasons why micro-credentials are growing 3 times faster than the traditional programs. There is a huge opportunity and challenge for institutions like yourself. Institutions can't afford taking 3 to 5 years to create content, to launch a class, to launch a course. So all these institutions that can generate and deliver the right relevant content faster will be the ones that gain sustainable competitive advantage over the other universities. So institutions want to bring a diverse pipeline of talent, right? Your students to your institution like UITM, and you want to make sure that we are able to support all types of learners. So now think about the challenge for this. Based on the applicants, the students, their background, the competency, their interests, and you must be able to recommend the right program for them. Whether is it micro-credential, whether is it certificate, or even the traditional degree. And you must be able to provide a reasonable response time, right? So they will end up enrolling somewhere else, right? So indeed, a market research report indicated that 80% of the students enroll in the institution that they respond to them first. Okay, so this is the challenge that traditional academic model face. The current system and processes become a bottleneck, right, to provide a personalized learning experience at scale. Institutions must create a relevant content much faster and to adapt to this rapidly changing market, okay? And secondly, to provide personalized learning and 24/7 support at any time. This is to enhance the engagement and support to all types of learners. Third, provide the same intelligence and high-touch experience across any channel, right? Be it mobile, be it online, or in the classroom itself. Lastly, how are we able to scale the processes and accelerate the decision at the best total cost of ownership? So you can lower the cost of education to attract a diverse population of students. Many institutions are trying to solve this challenge today, but they can't make this happen due to a few reasons, right? What we commonly see is the dependency in the legacy systems and the processes that work in silos that bring significant operational inefficiencies. So relying in this traditional system and processes are creating this bottleneck, right, that impede them to provide the experience for this new type of learners. And this is why we are building Google Cloud Learning Platform to reinvent the future of education. And this is also why the reason I would like to share this morning. So Google has been committed to education since its origins at Stanford Lab, where more than 140 million of daily students using our platform. And we have learned a lot from you all over the last 20 years. We have combined our expertise in education with our technology leadership to develop education-specific solutions to ensure student success. To help you adapt to the strategic shift in education, we have built these solutions along 4 key focus areas. If you look at the first, right, digital transformation of operations, how we are able to build the agility and ensure effectiveness at scale and at the very best of total cost of ownership. Number 2, classroom of the future. How are we able to reinvent the experience and assuring that best academic outcome for all types of learners, regardless their background, regardless their program, regardless their courses. Third, learner insights. How are we able to learn more about experience of each other type of learners? And how are we able to predict the academic performance as well as the behavior? last but not least, job placement and the alumni engagement. How are we able to create a greater return of investment for your learners and differentiate your career services as well as engaging with your alumni, who will in return be your students, perhaps when they graduate and they want to upskill to the next level. With that, I would like to introduce Google Cloud Learning Platform. This is a next generation education platform that helps to aggregate all type of education data, automate processes, as well bringing an artificial intelligence first engagement and support experience to promote the experience of learning to the next level at scale. So Google Cloud's platform is a set of APIs and functionalities that helps to develop education-specific intelligent applications and services much more effectively. So the main benefits that artificial intelligence powered, or in short, we call it AI, learning platform brings the TCO savings, right? The total cost of ownership through the automation of redundant processes. And of course, the depreciation of the unnecessary system or legacy system. Number two, we are able to accelerate the creation of content and to modernize the delivery, right? To adapt to the shift in learners' needs as well as the students' behavior. Third, personalized experience at scales. How are we able to help the students or guide the students with their own personalized learning or even their own profile, okay? Last, how are we able to help connect the education pathways together with the job market? This is to drive employability for the students once they graduated. How are we able to maximize the ROI for the learners? And of course, to attract more public and private partners to your institution. So our solutions are built on the foundation of privacy, interoperability, as well as 21st century learning. All right, so I will take you through some of this scenario as well as use cases, right? So for the first one, how are we able to modernize admission and enrollment at scale? Look at this, at how are we able to attract more talents and enroll more users, like, or more students like yourself, right? And how are we able to set you for success with a personalized learning path based on your desired outcome? So this type of experience will encourage applicants to enroll in your institution, your school, and will lower the cost of administration as well as the tuition fees to facilitate the enrollment of diverse student population. So I will run you through the scenario. So it's as easy as possible. We would like to make the learner enroll, right? So now think about this as how this changed the game, right? Okay, so we will use this scenario, Annie, right? So Annie who is looking into exploring becoming a nurse, all right? So Annie, go to your university website or even your apps and provide information about her current degree, qualification, as well as competency. So Google Cloud's learning platform will help your enrollment team or your admission team to automate some of this pre-qualification of the candidate and personalized recommendation of a type of program. So by using the AI or machine learning, our learning platform will be able to automate part of this enrollment process, including prior learning assessment as well as credit transfer. So this will help to get back to the applicants much faster and with a best experience. Another scenario that I will share for as a registrar. So our use case would be Jeanette processes the transfer application from the registrar's office. She begins her day by opening her transfer application workflow dashboard, and it shows that there's 2,000 new applicants received since the beginning of it. So each applicant's application will automatically ingested into the learning platform once it receives. And in the first pass, the system will verify whether the application is complete, including the transcript of the incoming students. So the second portion would be scanning the transcript to the institution system, as well as extracting the full set of courses, and then they do a mapping to each course, right? And of course, respectively, which degree or certificate program that the university offers, as well as the skills taught by that course. So this will create a list of tasks that the administrator or the student must perform in order to validate the credit for each course. So for 75% of the applicants are marked ready for approval. So Jeanette intake queue will show that 100 new applicants are ready for approval state. So she just spent 2 hours of the morning reviewing each one of them, and of course approve it based on her jurisdiction. And of course, in a few cases, there's flagging a course credit request that the system signals a low confidence skill mapping. So this is where the human will intervene, right? So Jeanette will have to walk through each and every single credit request to make sure that it aligns, and as well as it creates a competency assessment plan for that particular request. Okay, so of course some of them are flagged for academic credit advisor, which the dean or the professor will have to advise. Okay. All right, so I will take you through the second use case. How are we able to determine personalized as well as flexible learning path based on the desired outcome? So every student should have the opportunity to define their learning goals and receive instruction tailored to those goals, as well as to the learning style and preferences for that student. So we envision a change to the curriculum to support a competency and skill-centric delivery model. In addition to the degree and the course-centric model, students will be able to specify a learning goal, which could be a job, a career, a degree, or even a single skill. So the university will provide the student a personalized path of learning to achieve that learning goal. So in this scenario, as a student learning advisor, Carla is an learning plan advisor in the student career services. So when a student requests a review of their personalized learning plan, the request is triggered by the automated learning advisor. The automated advisor handles 90% of all these requests. Many of them are very much informational questions about courses. And when the automated advisor can't answer these requests, it will show Carla in her dashboard, and she just needs to click in a button, and of course that will actually schedule a call with that student. Of course, when she pulls up the personalized learning plan, she will be able to answer as many questions that the student has, and of course make any necessary adjustment while speaking to the student. So this will become a very automated and very personalized discussion, as well as recommendation to help to assist the students. Okay. All right. So we spoke about, how we able to automate certain things, right? So now let's look into the most interesting part, right? How are we able to modernize the creation and delivery? All right. So this is where we are able to assist both the lecturers as well as the student. All right. So human capital is a significant bottleneck in education. We all know that, right? So there are simply not enough of qualified human teachers to teach all the students, right, in all ways or all the domains of knowledge that the students desire. And there are many other human services that learners rely on in the educational journey. So counselors, advisors, registrars, even the course advisor, designer, administrator provide critical support for learners. as they decide what they want to learn, enroll, and take instruction, as well as follow a pathway to a particular certificate or degree. So all of these humans or expert, or we call it subject matter expert in their areas of educational process, are also very precious and scarce resources. So the problem of scaling education is insignificant part of a problem scaling human educators. So we thought about how we can help the professors, the lecturers to become more effective. If you look at this chart, right, professor invests more than 2 hours a day on teaching tasks like creating assignment, grading. Imagine this, right? So if we can use the AI-powered tutor to help offload all this workload, right? You can automate the ingestion of your own content in the interactive tutor itself. And the tutor will automate the creation of assignment. It also help to do assessment for the students' answer automatically and provide a personalized feedback to them. So you may think that it will never be the same, and you're right. It will never replace a real human or a professor of the lecturers, right? But you think about the possibility to augment the learning of students at any time, anywhere, right? And provide help to those that really need it. So the technology is evolving rapidly, and the next generation of learners indeed prefer self-service, real-time service. They really welcome the artificial intelligence powered assisted learning services. All right, so now I would like to share with you how an AI, or we call it interactive tutor, works, right? So this is an application that facilitates the automated ingestion of your own learning content, right? Which can be easily stored in your Google Drive or in your current learning management system like Moodle or any of the EdTech platform that you have. So the interactive tutor connects to the ingested content, generate a knowledge graph that permits the automated generation of assignment for every learning unit. That content is delivered to the students through your own application and even integrate with, for example, Google Workspace, or in your case, perhaps Office 365. So the interactive tutor also assess the student's answer and provide feedback to help augmenting the learning. So I will share with you some of this example, right, or the use case that we have. So we are bringing the openness of Google to the interactive tutor. This functionality is available via API, so it can be integrated into the tools your students already use and love. For example, Google Workspace, this is Google Docs, right? So it helps create the citing or suggestion, right? And so this can be easily integrated to the Google Docs that you are currently using. All right, let's look at currently the interactive tutor permits generating 4 types of assignments. All right, so we have choose the fact, we have paraphrasing practice, and create knowledge notes, where the student has to highlight the relevant point in the text, answer a question with one or few words. So this is how the tutor will assist the professor, the lecturers, or the academic staff to automate some of these tasks or workload of theirs, and that they can actually focus on creating new content, right? This is one of the proven technology that one of our success story with Warden University. So Warden University is one of the most forward-thinking institution in the United States, and that university actually trains more healthcare professional in the States. And they already start using this Warden AI-powered tutor, and they name it Julian, to reinforce concept and identify learning gaps. So students see a new set of activities generated by the AI-powered tutor every time they interact with the tool. So it creates the It creates educational notes for the students, which they can reference throughout the program and beyond. So in the early development, the AI-powered tutor has been tested by a selected group of Warden course-based sociology students and the competency-based early childhood studies students as well. So about 2/3 of the students in the testing group tried Julian and provided the feedback that was as good as additional to their learning process. So they found it very useful and adding knowledge on various concepts as well as completing the assignments. All right, so I will shift gear to how are we able to provide or optimize student support, all right, 24/7. So if you look at this, how are we able to uncover actionable insight from all your learners? Okay, so imagine this, we are able to track the student performance, as well as we are able to predict if there is there's a risk of failing certain subject, and of course dropout risk, right? So these are some of the things that using artificial intelligence, machine learning, we are able to capture this in a dashboard, and this is where the academic were able to intervene early in the course. All right, so I will take you through this scenario for a student academic counseling perspective. So James is an advisor in the student academic counseling services. So he sees a list of at-risk students on his student success dashboard every day. So these are the students that have already been nudged by the system in response to their observed academic achievement, and either haven't responded to the nudges or have continued to struggle despite responding to all these nudges. So he starts each case by opening the student profile for that particular student, reviewing their personalized learning plan, as well as their mastery model and learning style model. Today, in his first case, he noticed that the student has continually struggled with writing exercise and show low mastery levels of number of writing skills. So despite being nudged by a few times by visiting the writing center, the student continues to struggle with writing exercise. So this shows that it's a very low engagement with the learning activities that involve writing skill. So James set a flag for the students that enables the writing tutor in the next set of exercise. So this actually creates human intervention into the particular students, helping the students to focus on improving that writing skills. All right. So how are we able to customize this Google Cloud Learning platform to the benefit of your own institution? All right. So like, for example, in a UITM, how are we able to create such platform, right? So this is where you are able to work with Google, and we will do a joint assessment with your entire team, right? Of course, with the dean, with the academic team, with your infrastructure team, as well as the leaders of your universities, to come up with a plan or assessment of what are the infrastructure we are looking at, as well as what applications, services that we can able to integrate gracefully without disruption, as well as how are we able to look into the total cost of ownership from the savings once we consolidate all these silo or legacy systems. And of course, what are the current academic processes in your university right now, and what type of transformations that required. And last but not least, we also would like to know what are the ROI that possibly we can see in the short term, mid-term, as well as long term. Our recommendation is to choose an option that don't only give you the access to these technologies or as well as this platform, but also some professional support so that your academic processes, your decision can get as much value out of this Google Cloud Learning platform. And paying special attention to the particular of your own institution. So with that, we are not only bringing you an innovative technology, we are also bringing you an innovative pricing model, which is all subscription based. So this is where you are able to plan your operation with great predictability of cost as well as ROI. And with that, that is my last slide. And I would like to thank UITM team for inviting me to this session. And I hope this is very innovative and informative for you. Thank you.
Thank you again, Mr. Cedric, for your talk. We have, I think, a lot of information that we have from this talk, mostly in AI, and we have a personalized learning path, AI tutoring for the students, and especially the one that learning experience that we can get a counseling online by a robot. That is very interesting, Mr. Cedric. I think student UITM can benefit. Also, the academic affairs boleh look into this, for the future punya learning in digital. So ada a few questions, Mr. Cedric, with regards to the student academic counseling, which tools do we choose? Mr. Cedric, can you answer?
Hi. Sorry,
Okay.
I was on mute.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There are questions there.
So, okay. So in regards for the counseling, right? So basically, these are all we are able to look at the digital transformation of operation. So that is where the module that you are looking at. So there are a few things that we are able to do. So first, of course, we need to set up this AI chatbot that will be able to assist for the counseling. And of course, we need to integrate with your student information system as well as your learning management system. So as well as that, there are some of these applications that we need to jointly create. Yeah. So to answer you, there are few modules that we need to insert into achieving this.
Okay, second question. When using this Google platform, Google collect users' data, I think.
Okay, so we do not collect the data per se, that we do not store your data or whatnot. So if I see that question is regarding to Google Workspace, right?
Google Workspace, yep.
Yeah, so all the user data will be, definitely there's the log data that will capture all this information. Like for example, if currently I'm using Google Workspace to access to the Google Classroom or the Google Meet, right? So that there is, with the paid version, that all this information will be collected as part of the security measures, right? So you need to sign on to a security, or what we call identity access management or cloud identity, in order for us to verify and of course capture all this profile. And then this is where this is where we capture all the user data for security purposes. Yeah.
Okay, we take one more last question because our session is going to end. Okay, does this career service include support in internship and job opportunities? Career service, okay. I think that the one that.
All right, so this is actually a platform that we provide in terms of internship and job opportunities. It really depends on the universities. What are the partnership that the university will work with the public sector or even the private sector. So, but I'm very happy to share that Google has this program called Gemilang, right? This is where we are helping or assisting the students to drive employability. And there are also some courses that Gemilang provide, so that once the students graduated from the program, they will be put under a job board or a job placement board, where we have employer consortium that will actually give them a opportunity for an interview or even a job offering. So that is something that we can work with UITM. So I'm more than happy to invite UITM team to work on this together. Yeah.
Sure. I think the Gemilang program, I think our students will be happily to join the program. Before we join the session, we have a quiz, ya. Ada prizes, ya. It's ready, ya. Untuk saya baca, ada soalan akan akan display di ruangan chat. Jadi ready, ya. So I will read the question. Okay, the question one. Question one. Okay, mohon jawab. Question one. What are A, B, C, D, E? Which one is the answer? Okay. Next question. Dah ramai jawab ni. Ui. Nak dapat apa hadiahnya? Question 2 now. Okay. A, B, C, D, E juga. Ini jangan tembak, Tembak ke? Mr. Cedric, there are lots of answers. Do you think which one is the correct answer? Okay.
For first two, I believe is all of the above. E.
Okay, now question 3, please answer. Okay, question 3, and we have last question, question 4. Jawab. E, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Okay. All right. So that's all the question. Thank you untuk peserta yang join this session dekat hall 1, and thank you also for Mr. Cedric, for this sharing session. Very interesting topic, and I think Google, we are also Google users, so a very interesting topic that we can gain a lot of information. I hope the participant will gain a lot of information, and also seterusnya saya mohon supaya tuan-tuan peserta untuk mengisi maklum balas berkaitan ini. Sila klik pautan yang disediakan di ruangan chat ataupun scan QR yang dipaparkan, mohon isi maklum balas ataupun scan the QR untuk kita dapatkan maklum balas sekretariat. Okay, terima kasih kepada semua yang hadir untuk sesi ini. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Mr. Cedric.
Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.
Take care to you. Good job.